I'm Jason Hopkis. I'm the founder and president of the Connection Project, which is an organization that is designed to build social impact campaigns for communities that are vulnerable or marginalized, those that we typically see that struggle with higher depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation and completion rates, substance abuse rates, etc. Mostly my work is focused on evolving how the world sees mental health.
So, Jason, in the first 30 days of working together, did you see an increase in views, or what did you notice in the first 30 days?
I think in the first 30 days, what I noticed more than anything was more engagement. People seemed to be responsive to the views. We were getting more viewers, obviously, from the onset, and that has only continued to increase. And it is finally translating into getting more likes and followers to our pages.
And before we started working, why would you say you were maybe stuck and maybe you were not getting that engagement? Why do you think that?
I think a lot of it is, the videos that we were editing, while they were good and they were professionally produced, they didn't have the same kind of capture appeal that people seem to be wanting or needing today to get that kind of quick fix or hit on what engages them straight away. I think it's finding those clips that have the potential to go viral, the ones that really grab somebody's attention and get them to watch all the way through. We certainly, again, spent a lot of effort and energy on producing what I think were quality clips, but they didn't always have quite the hook or the delivery method that we're seeing since we've started working with you. So on TikTok, I think we've increased our viewers by about 17,000 since we started working together. And I think I want to underscore that mental health is a topic that people don't talk about openly. And often when you see mental health influencers, it's really focused on somebody sharing about their own struggles with mental health, which is hugely important in normalizing the conversation. But what we're doing is obviously for a broader audience to ensure that more people recognize there's a path, to find resources and support and to get engaged from. So the niche that we're in, I think, is definitely unique and still has its own challenges with getting traction for a topic that people just don't talk about.
Jason, what was your kind of favorite part of us kind of working together?
I think my favorite part of us working together has been just how responsive you are, how easy you are to work with. It seems like you've taken the content that we produce and you really get it and have the capacity to turn that into something that is compelling, that people will watch and engage with. And, frankly, I talked to several other people before you and I engaged each other, and I didn't feel like they understood what I was trying to do in the way that you did. So I think that from that perspective, it's definitely made a more successful outcome.
What would you say to anybody kind of thinking of working with me, but they're a little bit hesitant because maybe they don't want to take the next step forward, or maybe they don't want to invest?
Yeah, I think like anything, do your own research, do your own due diligence, but I think the proof is in the pudding. Look at the other clients that you've worked with and kind of just see if you like the results that you're providing for them and move forward, but also be realistic about, there is a commitment in doing this in the longer term to see the results that you want. It's going to take some time to build. I think if you go into it with open eyes and realize that this is a financial commitment and investment that you're making into your brand, and if what Kevin's doing aligns with the direction you want to head, I don't think anybody should have any hesitancy to move forward in working with you.
Okay, would there be anything else you'd like to mention, maybe expectations when people start working with me?
I think being realistic about the timing and understanding that if you're kind of starting as a newer account or from ground zero, to recognize that it's going to take some time to build. So there is an investment in doing that. And what I appreciate about what you've helped with is just being responsive. If we've talked about, are there things that we need to adapt or do differently, you've provided guidance around, things that I can do or next steps that we can take, and you've integrated that in, and we've seen some success with that. So I think, just recognizing that, this is a responsive process that's going to require you to adapt and maybe change on the fly. And, frankly, it's pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit to do things that I wasn't fully prepared to do or expected to do. And, frankly, they've seemed to work out based on the recommendations you've made.